MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Richie Harding is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Kansas City. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Striding in, Akio Yoshida. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Right fielder. Akio Yoshida.
First pitch of the night is taken for ball 1, and we are underway from Kansas City. Harold Reynolds, we look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They've been on a real nice run of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And we'll see some 40s before things are said and done tonight. Right now, 51 degrees at first pitch. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So that leadoff base hit means considerable speed aboard to start out the inning.
Well, I wanted to see how he might respond to a little adversity, but I wasn't expecting it to happen after the first guy leads off with a leadoff hit. Now he's in a stretch. Let's see if he's able to get through the rest of the inning. Maybe get a double play, a pop fly. We'll see how this unfolds.
In now, Jamal Dixon, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. A runner at first with no outs here. And perhaps sensing a hit and run may be on, a move to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting 1 out could be a challenge.
From the belt, the pitch. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a consistent and fair umpire, Matt. Sometimes he might give a little on the corners, but it doesn't ever seem to impact the game too much.
And he's back in standing. Line drive to center field. Watanabe has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, you better look out for that cleanup spot. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
So coming to the plate, Miguel Shorty. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and as Show Track demonstrates to us right here, it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Runner at second here with 1 man out. This one's down to third. Played on the backhand. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Over now, they'll apply the tag between second and third. It's a careless double play, and the inning is prematurely over. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but fail to capitalize. It's the White Sox 0, Royals coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. Tyrone Lawson, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, if you look at his numbers, it's not going to blow you away. But he's an important guy to this team. He eats up innings. He continues to keep them in games. And if he gets a little luck along the way, he may walk away with more wins than losses.
Into the box, Doug Monroe. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Line softly toward the hole, and 1 gone. Well, a chance now from McKay to have a look at the starting 9 for these Royals. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
Digging in, Jose Melendez. He enters this one second in the American League in round trippers. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball. And Harold, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
We're looking at a club I'll say is lukewarm. They're 4-2 at home. Not sizzling hot and not playing poor either. But the first game on the road, I think we'll learn a lot about what this club is about. Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but you know what? He looked at the first 2 pitches, but they were different pitches, both down. Good pitchers' pitches. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he got him.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Into the box, Ricky Moeller, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
We played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. At the plate, Nick Lopez, one of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
Lopez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Soft liner towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Well, we see a lot of line drives from this guy, but because he keeps that bat in the plane so long, he picks up cheap hits like this soft liner. He's just a good hitter.
Into the box now, Phil Carter, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Comes into play here at 273. 7 homers and 14 driven in. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Nobody out, runner on first. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Calling for it, Watanabe. 1 away.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Royals. Well, this team is really going to be busy today. You look at how this pitcher's been struggling all season. All you got to do is look at that ERA. That tells me he's given up a lot of balls hit, and the defense is going to be very, very busy in this one.
Standing in, Brandon Swanson. The batting average is a likely source of pride for him, currently sitting in the high 320s. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In the dirt, and now let's see. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Well, that's 2 strikes at the knees, and now you find yourself 0-2. I tell you, he's throwing the ball so well, you got to set your sights down low and look for any pitch down.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Working for the punch out and the offering. Grounded to short. Willett fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Stepping in now, Xavier Uribe, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 5 homers and 15 RBIs. And a base hit as that'll chase the run home from third, and the White Sox take a 1-0 lead.
Well, Matt, 2 things for me come out of that base hit right there. One, he gets the 2-out RBI, drives in the run, and it gives him a lead early. And anytime you get that lead early, it just relaxes the pitcher and allows your guy to pitch his game a little bit better.
Standing in now, Chris Swanson, as he'll take a look at ball one. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. White Sox are out to an early 1-0 lead as we play the second. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. Uribe rounds the corner and is headed home. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first. It's a 2-0 ball game.
And that just pains a pitcher. They're already given up a run in the inning, and he has 2 outs, almost out of trouble, but then serves up a mistake. The runner busted around the bases to score from first, and the hitter is in scoring position on second.
In now, Jamie Ortiz, as the first pitch misses to him. It's ball one. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. The 1-0 delivery. 2-0 now.
Hey, this is exactly what you do with the scrappy 9 hitter. He's almost like another leadoff guy. He's battled himself right back into this at bat now. With 2 outs, he's got a chance to go ahead and drive in a couple runs.
2-0 count, and the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. 2 out here and a runner at second. Drilled to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Well, that's another base hit. We're only in the second inning. He's given up 5 hits already. He needs to get back to the dugout, make some adjustments if he wants to continue in this game.
Into the box now, Akio Yoshida, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. That's lifted the other way out to left. Abe on the move. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the White Sox 2 and the Royals nothing. So stepping in, Tom Willett. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball that just misses, ball one.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
There's a belt high strike to even the count at 1-1.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's in there. Base hit. So a base hit to kick things off here, and there's a man aboard to start out their half of the second.
Well, a leadoff single right here in the second inning. This is a good sign. Maybe this is how they get right back in the game, being already down a couple of runs early.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Victor Blanco. He comes in hitting in the 370s for the season. Clearly always a threat with the bat. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball down near the shoe tops. A runner at first with no outs here. High in the air out to center field. Dixon has a beat on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Well, let's take a look at the White Sox defense, brought to you by Majestic. And these guys have the fewest errors in the American League. You talk about hot shots from the DH, a complete lineup, 9 guys coming at you. They make all the plays. I love how they defend.
Stepping in, Juan Trevino. He carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
Runners on first with 1 down. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Now a quick move here to step off and look the runner back. Here comes another 0-2. And a fastball just a bit up.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a liner, but that's a foul ball.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Another 1-2 delivery. Got him. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Sean Calero is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. That misses, 2-0.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. Look out. All over the place now. 3-0.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. A high fastball is in there. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Oh, and he misses it. Throw into third, and he's safe. So that'll go into the books as an E6, and he'll be kicking himself over that one. At the plate, Jason Abe. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here. So the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Three and 0 now. Akinori Watanabe would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Now here's the check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Batting ninth.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
Stepping in now, Akinori Watanabe, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. The 1-0 delivery. And a wild pitch here as this one's to the backstop. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1.
Goodness gracious, Matt. 100 miles an hour. No wonder he swung and missed. You're not catching up to that pitch. No way.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Fastball way outside, and that's trouble. And not in time as the run scores. And he is safe at the plate as he wasn't able to recover in time. Here's the 3-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And not in time as the run scores. And both runners will score as the lead changes hands here at 3-2.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Doug Monroe. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Well, he's got a high pitch count, and we're only in the second inning. Things are definitely not going his way. They're really making him work right now.
3 runs already home here. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Lopez is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, 1 error in the inning, and 1 man left on base. We've played 2 full. It's the Royals 3 and the White Sox 2. So digging in now, Jamal Dixon. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Jamal Dixon.
In there for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Nipped the corner. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air out to center field. Watanabe moves over. And that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Miguel Shorty.
Striding in once again, Miguel Shorty. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Third inning. Already a 3-2 ball game. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. One and two. Here it comes. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball two.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. At least he held up. He must have been guessing.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Watanabe has a read on it, makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Left fielder, Nick Lopez.
Ready for another chance. Nick Lopez. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
2 outs, bases empty, and I got one of my power guys at the plate. This is where you let it fly right here. Give me a home run or a double. Give me some kind of extra base hit here.
And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. Still a 3-2 ball game. Digging in to try it again. Jose Melendez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jose Melendez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Lays off 1-0. Now it's 2-0.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Another 2-2 offering. Chopped weakly to the left. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, he went for the big swing and ends up getting a swinging bunt. You couldn't have rolled the ball any better. Starts off the inning. Here we go. We're off and flying. A leadoff single.
Standing in, Ricky Moeller. First offering on its way. Swing and a line drive. But a foul ball. Nobody out, runner on first. He's running towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
Wow, that's a big time throw right there, and it's a tall task to throw him out stealing a bag, but he got rid of it quickly, and it was a good job down there applying the quick tag. They'll have to feel good about that one.
Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Ready now, Tom Willett. First pitch coming. Here it is. A swinging bunt up the third baseline. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single.
Well, there's an infield single with 2 outs. You know, never too late to get a rally started. I love the hustle right there to get things going.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Victor Blanco. Curveball looked at here for strike one.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
Fastball called strike, 1-2. Ready with the 1-2. In the dirt here, and a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats. A foul ball.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Willett rounds third and is digging for the plate. In to score is the runner from first. It's 4-2, and he will pull into third with an RBI triple.
Up next for the Royals, second
now at the plate, Juan Trevino. First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. The Royals do strike for a run here on the RBI triple. We're through 3 here at the K, and Kansas City's taking a 4-2 lead. Into the box now, Phil Carter comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Phil Carter.
Here's the first pitch to him. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. '50th pitch of the game on its way. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I think, Matt, that was a result of the fastball the pitch before. He's throwing so hard, you got to honor that fastball in that situation.
No contact there, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Now another 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it, so that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Into the box, Brandon Swanson, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Watanabe is in pursuit. 2 down.
The batter, number 15, designated hitter.
Digging in, Xavier Uribe. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Abe sprinting after it. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down.
And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Chris Swanson is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
And that one stayed up a little high. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
A man on third with 2 down. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
Now batting, catcher, Jamie
Now at the
Ortiz.
plate, Jamie Ortiz. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. And he lays off for ball 1. Here it comes on 1-1. Line towards center field. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. 1 run is scored. Here's a second runner around third. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
Well, that's a nice hit. We're right back where we started with that RBI base hit. The game is tied.
Right fielder, Akio Yoshida.
Now to the plate, Akio Yoshida. A hit in 2 tries so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time. Here it comes, 1-0. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's through into center field. Base hit. He'll come home with it. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Well, due to the elite speed, some say he's in scoring position even when he's starting from first. And here Showtrack demonstrates why as we see the incredible top speed as he came around to score pretty easily from second. Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up.
In now, Jamal Dixon. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Five runs, 8 hits. 1 error thus far for the White Sox. Throw over to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-0 pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not tacking the strike zone anymore.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, he's really got to get it together awful quick because he's going to be out of there. That bullpen is getting hot in a hurry.
And now prior to the 3-1, time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Watanabe going back. He's not going to get it, and the 2-out rally continues. The runner from first crosses the plate, and he will pull into third with an RBI triple.
In most parks in the league, that would be a round tripper. I mean, he hits this thing probably more than 400 feet, but he'll have to be content with a triple. Has to feel good about the way he hit it, though.
Now the Kansas City manager will make the slow walk to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Ken Hacker answers the call from the pen here in the fourth, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. Standing in now, Miguel Shorty. He swings and grounds it to short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw won't be in time, as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Man, you can't continue to make mistakes like this and expect to win. That's 3 errors so far on this one, and they keep putting themselves in bad situations.
Ready once again, Nick Lopez. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. Moeller is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. Coming to the plate now, Sean Calero, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd.
His timing looks good right there, Matt. That's following up after a fastball. He still was able to get a piece of that breaking ball.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. With that, the Royals have their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now in the box, Jason Abe. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Action in the White Sox bullpen now, as they have a left-hander getting loose. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Well, that pitch gets your attention right away. That's that ball up and in. No hitters get back there and they go, hey, that could end my career. That ball's a little too close to my head.
Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2 now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this one's in the dirt. A runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
Stepping in now, Akinori Watanabe, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. squared that one up just a little late. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
From the stretch. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. 0-1 count and the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side. Swanson has got it, and the side is retired. Royals leave one. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. Coming to the plate now, Phil Carter. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Nope.
And the changeup is way low that time.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last three pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw three in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
He'll try again. 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Offense apparently not hard to come by tonight as you get a look at our line score through the first half of the ball game, and boy, the runs have been coming fast and furious so far. Ready for another shot now. Brandon Swanson. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on its way. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard towards center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, that's the 6th game he's hit in. He's swinging the bat pretty good now. That's a 6-game streak. You got to start somewhere. Pay attention, people. He's getting hot.
Uribe.
Now at the plate, Xavier Uribe, 2 for 2 with a triple on his batting line to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error thus far for the White Sox. Hard hit towards center. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Chris Swanson. First offering on its way. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Here he comes on 2-0. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1.
Ball 3.
Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Jamie Ortiz would be next. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
It can be tough to lay off a high fastball like that because right at your eye level, it looks like it's so easy to hit, and then it's by you.
Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Melendez. And that's the third out. White Sox leave one. They hold a 7-4 lead. At the plate, Jose Melendez. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Line to the right side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, balls are flying all over the ballpark in this one here, right here, man. Leadoff single, another one here in the middle innings to get things going. This has been a great offensive performance by both teams.
Ricky Mulder is in for the third time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Here it comes.
1-1.
Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count. Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really...
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Lopez racing back at the track. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Tom Willett.
Stepping into the box, Tom Willett. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Duke Johnson is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Johnson.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Perfect throw, and they got him at second. Boy, that throw was right on the money.
Yeah, you said it, Matt. That was a lot of practice paying off right there. Great footwork, quick release, and an absolute strike down to second.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. And the White Sox are out in front, 7-4. Digging in to try it again, Jamie Ortiz. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. Into the windup and the pitch. A high fastball is in there. A fastball down near the shoe tops. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swings through it for strike number 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Low with the fastball that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
And I'm pretty sure he thought that was a strike. He's thinking, what do I have to do? Put a bow on it? Walk it down and put it in the catcher's glove by myself? I think it got called a little outside, so he has to put it behind him now.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Akio Yoshida stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Runner goes for second. And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit. The relay. Throw won't get him. Ready for another shot now. Jamal Dixon. And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Miguel Shorty 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. Ball 1.
This situation right here, 1-0 with the bases loaded, you gotta stay patient. Just be specific and patient. Get your pitch, but make sure it's where you want it.
Here comes the 1-0. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0 and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Here it comes, 2-0. Grounded back up the middle. And this scoots under his glove. Oh, what a time for that. 1 run is scored. A tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. Striding in once again, Nick Lopez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry, so expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Watanabe is there. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. Ready for another chance. Phil Carter 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Swing and a liner, but foul. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level.
I don't know what he was looking for right there, but man, he got a piece of that changeup and was able to foul it off.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left.
Leading off for the Royals.
Digging in and looking for more. Victor Blanco. 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. Curveball that time, not even close.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Hot shot to third. Throw on to first, and 1 third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Juan.
Digging in once
Trevino.
again, Juan Trevino. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he just misses with a curveball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He struck him out, the third time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
That's a great spot down the zone there. Hard to do anything with the pitch down there.
A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. We're through 6 full. It's the White Sox 9 and the Royals 4. Back here at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. White Sox on top in this one, but before we get out to the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary through the first 6.
Your attention,
Alexis Piedra is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Alexis
ready once again, Brandon Swanson. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike 1.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike 1 becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at bat. That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now another 0-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. In now, Xavier Uribe. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. The Royals get some action in the bullpen going now as the left-hander starts to throw. First delivery to him on the way. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Well, he got ahead of him right there, and I'd even say he got away with one. Down and into this guy, that's his nitro zone right there. You don't want to float around there very often.
And there's ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. Chris Swanson waits on deck. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators. Foul. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. Payoff pitch one more time. Weak roller right side. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman.
Digging in, Chris Swanson. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Into the windup and the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Fly ball heading for the alley. Melendez giving chase, but he can't get there. This splits the outfielders and heads toward the wall. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know it, one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Into the box now, Jamie Ortiz, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. 2-0.
Well, this is where mental toughness has got to come in for the pitcher. He's got to focus on the hitter. Look, I know you gave up the triple, but it doesn't matter. Focus on the hitter. With 2 outs, you get out of the inning.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Well, sometimes you make the perfect pitch and you still give up a base hit. That ball's down, and he just scooped it out and drove it through the infield.
In now, Akio Yoshida, as he'll ground the first pitch foul off to the right side.
Boy, they have just not pitched well at all in this game. I mean, anytime you give up double digits, the pitching coach starts looking over his shoulders like, hey, it ain't my fault.
The 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, Watanabe, and that ends the inning. Sox get a run here on 2 hits. Getting late. Stretch time now in Kansas City. White Sox on top, 10-4. Digging in now, Jason Abe. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Left fielder, Jason Abe.
And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now here's the pitch. Hit out toward second. Swanson takes it in. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The center fielder, number 24.
Striding into the box, Akinori Watanabe. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. The 0-2 delivery. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Carter is over and he tucks it away for the second out.
Now batting, the designated
stepping
hitter,
into the box, Doug Monroe. First pitch of the at bat on its way. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. KC down in order, and that's not what they needed, down 10-4. Matt Medeiros enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Medeiros.
Stepping in, Jamal Dixon. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Center fielder, Jamal Dixon.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The windup and the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
And he lays off the 0-2 splitter. 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
Hey, that's a good pitch right there. But, you know, as a base stealer, when you're in the box like that, you want to protect your moneymakers, right? You don't want anything around your knees or your feet, so he was fortunate to get out of the way of that one.
Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Now batting, shortstop.
Digging in, Miguel Shorty. First offering on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Pitch is a cold strike. The throw, and it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Here's the 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And another foul ball. A runner at second, nobody out. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Time now for our starter comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. At the plate, Nick Lopez. Hit the other way out toward right field. Melendez is there. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over. Xavier Hernandez enters from the pen to begin the frame with a sizable lead with which to work.
Hernandez.
Jose Melendez is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Dixon going back on it, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. Around second, he's on his way to third. Now the relay home. And happy birthday as they allow him to cross with the inside the park home run as he catches his breath to reflect on his good fortune. Into the box, Ricky Moeller. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Heading out towards shallow right. Yoshida moves over. Oh no, he totally missed it. Around second now and headed for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, I'm not sure they're going to award him a triple or call it a 3-base error, but the result is the same. He's 90 feet away from scoring, and it looks like they are going to give him an error, and I think that's definitely the right call there.
And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Now a cut fastball finds the target. 2-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Yoshida has a read on it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Third baseman, Victor Blanco.
Victor Blanco comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. This ball will be chopped foul. 1-1. Here it comes. Hit hard, but this will be a foul ball. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Up next for the Royals.
So coming to the plate, Juan Trevino. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Boy, has he had a rough day. 3 strikeouts, and he finally gets a base hit. Tell you what, that's going to give him a little bit of confidence that he can even put a ball in play anymore. Go 0 for 3.
Lopez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's 2. A great shot there of famous Union Station with downtown KC in the background. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network. Elvis Ruiz enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. Melendez moves over. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And now the second pitch of the inning is popped up high in the air over toward the right side of the infield. Trevino ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Number 15.
Settling in now, Xavier Uribe. He comes in with a couple of hits, including a triple in 4 at-bats. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
Well, this team, they're swinging at everything, but that pitch was just a little too far out of the strike zone.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Changeup misses, and it's full 3-2. Chris Swanson would be next. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch. Corey Addison takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
Number 23, Corey
Standing
Addison.
in, Jason Abe. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1.
Left fielder.
Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now. Here it comes on 1-1. Tap down the line. Carter comes up with it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The center fielder, number 24, Akinori Watanabe.
Akinori Watanabe comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Swanson is under this one as he has it right in front of the dugout for the second out.
The designated hitter, Doug Monroe.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. The 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. 2 out, nobody on. Another one sent foul. And he chased it in the dirt. Ortiz recovers. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
10-6 the final score in this game. Duke Johnson gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Richie Harding couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.